Hey viewers, my name's Cara. It's been a while since I've done a video in front of a bookcase, and today it's actually a bookcase in the gift shop of the Buckland Museum. I am here today. It's one of the Saturdays that I work. I'm here a bit early, and I just wanted to do a quick little video for you because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do a video about this week. As always, I had a ton of ideas running through my mind, but none of them seemed right. And then I thought, I'm gonna be at the museum, why not just wait and do a little video there and see what comes to me. So something that I have been thinking about over the past week or so as my partner and I prepare to go to a big event next week. We're going to a gaming, streaming, and content creation convention. First time any of us have ever been to a con. We are going to PAX East in Boston. And also last weekend was a big convention of a pagan variety, PantheaCon, and I know several people who went to that. So also, in addition to being here, something that has been on my mind is grounding and grounding our energy and really trying to maintain the ability to be present, I guess you could say, but mainly grounding energy when we are in situations that might expend a lot of our energy, when we're going to be around a lot of people. So I've done videos about grounding before and how to ground and why we ground and things like that. So that's not what this video is. This video is me saying, in actual practice, in life, as a human being, even though I know many techniques for grounding, even though I know how important it is, I have witnessed and personally experienced what the effects are for myself when I forget to ground before something that is very energetically expensive. We could say when I'm going to expend a lot of energy. Even though I know all these things, I still oftentimes get caught up in the moment. You know, for example, when it's a hectic day here at the museum, or when you're just excited about being somewhere and you're surrounded by all these people, there's a lot of stimulation, it's a little overwhelming, but you might also be very excited to go around and do all the things. I am the type of person who gets very caught up in whatever it may be, whether it's stressful and hectic or exciting and wonderful, and I forget to ground. This is just me admitting to you that in real practice, no matter how much we know that it's important, sometimes we forget. And so what I would actually like to do is ask you all, if you're watching this, if you have a regular grounding practice that you like, and maybe you also know many ways to ground your energy or different techniques that work for you to maintain a clear head and maybe not get carried away by either the anxiety and stress and overwhelm or the happy, excited, wonderful, everything that's going on. If you have any favorite techniques that you would like to share, or if you are someone who has developed a good regular habit, a regular practice, what are some tips from your personal experience about how you did that? Are you just the kind of person who, you know, once you learn to do something that you know is beneficial for you, you automatically do it every day? Because for me, that's not the case. And so I don't know how many people are like me, where I know that forming a habit of any kind takes repetition. And so I know that just grounding once in a while isn't going to help me really build that regular practice, even if it's not daily, just a regular practice. I'm the kind of person that, like, I need a dedicated workshop or a weekend intensive or a week-long intensive with scheduled time that tells me, okay, this hour you're gonna work on this thing. And I could very well try to do that for myself, and when I have tried in the past, it has not worked out the best. So yeah, it's just something I know about myself, is that creating regular practice and doing that repetition on a regular and consistent and long-term basis is difficult for me. Sometimes I can do something every single day for a month if I'm really, really trying, and to be like, I'm gonna do this every month. I did that for a while with gratitude journaling, for example, and I was very impressed with myself and very proud that I made it for an entire month. and then I might miss a couple days, and then I'd come back to it and miss a day and come back for a few days, and on and off. And so I keep it up for a little bit, but eventually most things that I try to do every single day kind of leave and don't maintain every single day. So days like this, I'm preparing for the museum. We have no idea how busy it's going to be today. And I'm here in the gift shop, by the way, because I don't want to reveal anything that's in the museum collection. If you ever have a chance to come visit, that's great. And I'm working on a video about the museum that'll be for later this year. It's a separate project, but I will be working with the directors to decide what to show in that video and what not to show in that video. So that's why I'm in the gift shop, by the way. And plus bookcases. I miss vlogging in front of books, but anyway, getting ready for a day like today. We don't know what's gonna happen, and I often forget to ground. And I think that that's something that I want to actually do multiple times during the day while I'm here, and just be constantly resetting that. So that's another reason I'm doing this video, because when I finish this, I'm actually going to go ahead and ground and do my practice, which might take me 10 to 15 minutes, because I'm gonna do the real like long form version of it. Because then typically what happens is if you set it up, I do find that then throughout the day, you only have to do like a quick reminder check-in, like reset, re-strengthen that thing. But if you don't already have that full sort of immersion in the practice, whether it be that day or if it's something that if you do it every single day, multiple times a day, maybe you don't have to do the long form thing every single morning, you know what I mean? But if you're someone like me who's not used to doing it every single day, then I do think it's important for me to sit and do it long form, as you will, as long as it takes me to really feel like I am grounded and I have food, because grounding also is about our physical body, being in our physical body, and so food is a big part of that for me personally. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that with you. We all have our strengths and weaknesses in our practice, things that come very easily to us sort of naturally, and things that we have to work a little bit more at. So this is me telling you that something I know about myself is that one of my weaknesses, meaning something that I can do, but I just need to work more at, and maybe it takes me a little bit more effort than other things in my practice, is repetition and forming good habits with certain energetic practices. So that's what it is for me. If any of you have favorite techniques for grounding that you would like to share with everyone in the comments, maybe there's one there that I haven't thought of in a while that might work better for me on a quick, all of a sudden when I need it kind of thing. Because the other thing I know that I've heard from other people is if you get into a regular practice with it, then it's much easier to sort of automatically think to do it in a stressful situation. So, preparing to go to this big event next week that's going to be a ton of people. I've never been to anything like it before. I am aware that it's going to be sometimes a little bit stressful. So I'm just kind of preparing myself, and maybe what I'll try to do this week is remember to practice grounding at home throughout my week so that when we get there, I already have the practice established. So if you're watching this video, maybe send me some energy to that effect, or like send me a psychic reminder through the airwaves, through the internet. Cara, remember to ground. Practice your grounding all week so that you're ready when you get there, because that's something that I feel like would be very helpful for me. So yeah, share any techniques that you like in the comments. And if you are someone who has developed a really regular practice with it, if you have any tips and tricks as to how you did that, did you have to do it every day? Did you have to do it 5 times a day before you got it? What was it for you? And I would definitely love to hear from people for whom that process was a little easier. Maybe it's a strength of yours, developing habits or doing things repeatedly, as well as anyone for whom it is a weakness like me, where we have to work a little bit more at it. Just recognizing that it may seem easy for some of us, and for others it might seem impossible, but the reality is probably somewhere in between. So thanks so much for listening. I'm gonna get ready for the day here. And I will see you next time. Until then, don't forget to be awesome, blessed be, and goodbye. Say goodbye, Raymond Buckland. Bye, Raymond Buckland.